New video. Today I am doing it. I am going to expose Rehab Room. For those that don't know him, Rehab Room is currently second biggest B-Pill channel. He currently has 40,000 subscribers and has been at this point making videos for almost 9 years. Up until 2022 he had an older channel which he deleted due to some guy going ER, and Rehab's channel, then named Incel TV or ITV for short, was among his subscriptions, and Rehab's channel got attacked by some oblivious journalist from CNN or something like that.
Subreddits, and it looks like he was subscribed to my channel along with million other YouTube channels. Now, following this tragedy, what happened was, one scumbag so-called journalist at Sky News just cherry-picked my name out of hundreds and hundreds of YouTube channels he was subscribed to and put my name in the news, just to sensationalize his bullshit when the police itself said the motive was not known yet. And ever since the news popped up, I have been in a shitstorm, man. People spouting bullshit like, oh, blood is on your hands now. Like, I have never promo like Jake pulled retarded moves like this. Like, you can't make this up, man. Some white shade light goes and kills people, and I will take the fall.
And he has been uploading on Rehab Room channel ever since. Aside from talking among most obvious topics available, he has been running his mouth for way too long. One of my favorite YouTubers, Tails, has called him out many times over the years, but he didn't really gather many receipts as I did, and someone uninformed would have to watch a lot of videos to understand why is Rehab Room horrible YouTuber. I am making a comprehensive guide why he deserves no credit nor respect. For the Third World Coalition, prepare to see your prophet and spiritual leader to be absolutely destroyed. First of all, he pretends to be this cool neutral guy who just cares about facts and truths. But sometimes, just sometimes, his hate for white people just slips out of his mouth. White women more specifically, but more so the men. You are probably watching this on Sunday 4th of January or Monday 5th of January. As of writing this script, it is Friday 2nd of January. I spent entire day looking at his videos and writing down every instance where his mask slipped and told his opinion about our people. I have receipts and I will play them all in this video. This man is no prophet. He is not only not a prophet but also massive dishonest liar promoting the gender war and defeated white men ex third world bitter brown people so-called ethnics alliance against white women.
Admit though, even this location maxing advice is getting negatively affected by globalization. So the window of opportunity for this is getting smaller. You gotta act quick. And I know what some of you are gonna say. ITV, I don't know about that, man. Race mixing is wrong, bro. We should stick to our own race, man.
Fuck this shit.
Your own females rejected you. Why the fuck do you care about white females? You will have plenty of time to contemplate about morals when you are 60 years old. Then you can You press them on these issues and you will see the blue pill comes out. Notice how they never blame females of their own race. They side with females of their race over ethnic black pillars, ethnic incels. The normie they have in them comes out. Press those guys on this issue and you will notice they dodge the question. They don't straightforward answer. Again, this group can be incel. I'm not going to claim they're not incels, but they're not black pill. No, they're not, bro. Red pill at best. And even that's doubtful. Even that is, questionable. Oh, white females are just victims of feminism, bro. Look at this based white girl who voted Trump, bro.
Rehab Room has been bashing white women ever since he started his YouTube career, and he never saw his channel get terminated. Whereas Tails has only in the past 9 months or so made objective videos blaming ethnic men and defending white women. What happened? Both of his channels got deleted, and that's not the first time this happened to him. Rehab either has very unnuanced or just very bad takes when it comes to essentially everything, partly due to his low intellectual ability and partly due to his ethnic fragility and bitterness. First thing Rehab Room promotes, which I find very degenerate, is geomaxing to get some. I could understand changing your location for lower prices of living, or if you are from Scandinavia or Canada and you are sick of the cold weather. But going across the plain to have some hookups with women you most likely don't find attractive? There is something wrong with you. I mean, I can't stop any white guy from doing this, but I strongly advise you not to have any children. Believe me, they will hate you for mixing and their mother for not being white. But of course Rehab never mentioned any of that. In fact, he loves to see white people race mix, especially white women, and those who don't he hates with burning passion. For example, in his video titled Female YouTubers Competing for the Manosphere Clout on May 26, 2023, He viciously attacked Pearl for not being a virgin and sleeping around, saying how that is not a trad wife behavior.
But she is doing it as a business model, without a doubt. You just don't do a 180 on your opinions in such a short period of time, especially when you consider the fact that her entire life is the opposite of what she preaches. Why? Because in reality, she's just trying to grift off the double-digit IQ manosphere. She's exactly one of those modern women she's talking about. 26 years old, not married, childless, too picky, interested in hookup culture, not a virgin.
We met up, like, the next week or something, and then we, like, started basically dating, like, immediately.
When did you sleep with him?
I met him early December. I slept with him, like, midway through January, maybe. So he was already my boyfriend.
You know, Britney does a great job exposing her as a hypocrite, but this could have been a better video if she could also attack her opinions, rather than just her past or who she is. You can only repeat that she doesn't practice what she preaches so many times. I get that she's a hypocrite, a clout chaser. Is she wrong though? That is the question. Even if she's saying them just for views, she's spitting facts.
But not once has he called her out for having an ethnic boyfriend. When I would say sleeping around is more traditional than having an ethnic partner, since all the women who do that are very liberal and have lots of mental issues and most likely cheat on their ethnic husbands and boyfriends. In his video JBWW, uploaded around July 2024, he said this about a white girl crashing out on her ethnic boyfriend/husband.
I was gonna make a video on this topic regardless, but the clip I'm about to play is a good example. Guys, today we are gonna talk about white women. I will explain what the JBWW stands for and what it entails. So, the video I know a lot of yous were waiting for. Let me show you this clip first, then we are gonna talk about it.
It's funny! It's funny! I hate you! Bro, you're a weird too. Like, it's not funny. Dude, no, you are rushing me to the point I you got sick. You Dude, good because of you. I hate you. You're a loser. You're a loser!
This is so sad. The stuff men, especially ethnic men, some ethnic men, I have to say this too unfortunately, especially ethnic men will put up with when it comes to white women. Like, this chick is a 5 or a 6, but of course.
Ethnic men are not better looking than white men. Tall above average white guy is better looking than black. Asian, Indian male models, and that is a fact. Women who date ethnic men don't do it because of looks, but most of the time because they hate themselves or their family and they see it as a way to get revenge at them. Why did you never mention this, dear oh dear Rehab? Since he never told you, if any of the third world bioweapons ends up with a white girl, expect a relationship to be something like this. In his video titled Searching for Meaning, uploaded on November 10, 2023. Rehab Room showed a post from a good-looking white woman who just took 23andMe DNA test, and the results said 100% European, and some chud was praising her until she admitted she burned coal.
Woman posts her DNA with a title, "My White Genocide," and this hilarious conversation takes place. Peep this, 99% European, blue eyes, red hair. She's attractive. Then a politics copper writes this. It makes me sad. This is what leftists want to make extinct. Please have kids. I did. They aren't white. Congratulations on betraying over 100,000 years of evolution and genetics. Your offspring will be less intelligent than you and will never have any identity. Your forefathers are looking down on you in shame every day you raise disgusting half-breeds. It must make you feel so progressive, yes, to work against the interest of your own people every day. Cosmopolitan urbanite filth. The cope is real. Yo, this is comedy how hard he's raging after he got slapped in the face by a woman he was simping for. Pure comedy, bro. Called her a cosmopolitan urbanite filth. She went from "this is what left is."
"Oh, you are working against the interests of your own people," to her children and Tyrone husband are her people.
Children and Tyrone husband are her people.
Rehab probably had some kind of sick pleasure watching her genetic lineage get destroyed. He called the guy she mixed with a Tyrone, which for those of you who don't know is a very attractive black man that gets mogged by above-average-looking white guy. This guy is very bad-looking, and Rehab knows this. In one of his more recent videos titled A Happy Ending, uploaded on December 19, 2025, he displayed this lady having mixed children with a bad-looking man as a good thing. Truly disgusting, Rehab. You are so inconsistent. In one video you call someone a Tyrone alpha male, and in other you are being honest and admit you overrated to prove a point. Her children will wish she acted accordingly to that chud's wishes. It's not even about racial purity, but the simple fact that her children won't have any attractive features she has, such as blue eyes, red straight hair, angelic bone structure, etc. But you never mentioned the fact that when a guy uses JBW to start a family, his son won't be able to use the JBW. Did Rehab not warn about this because he is malicious or because his ethnic mind is incapable of long-term thinking? I really can't tell. Rehab criticized Elliot Rodgers' dad for betabaxing and being oblivious to his son's issues. But he never mentioned a thing that his father should not have mixed with an Asian woman.
He did say to me once, "I wish I wasn't half Asian." I never realized that he was so racist.
Also, Rehab Room is probably watching too much BBC Corn. He constantly imagines Tyrone's sexually dominating white women and acts as if his perversions are reality. Examples incoming.
Girls at his school won't even look at him. They won't even look at him. And then he saw that Tyrone at his school, who smokes weed all day, who probably can't even spell the word purpose, and yet he's banging cute white chicks at his little Christian school. To just max with lame president jokes, while that 6'3" Tyrone from that little Christian school of yours is stretching cute white girls you had a crush on since middle school. To check the guy, I just love how they expose themselves. Pearl is like, oh, I stand corrected, because she doesn't know what BMI is either. Pearl was paying attention to Tyrone's anatomy during anatomy classes. Doofy cannon fodder. Oh, bro, think about white woman. Now, go die in some trench while you're thinking about white woman. Don't worry, they will be waiting for you. They totally won't be throwing themselves at Jamel and Tyrone while you're away. Nice. This is why you need to freezing in the near future. Guys, like, the dating landscape once you are past age 25 is just depressing. They all look old. They often have a lot of emotional baggage. They are jaded, bitter, or they had a kid from a Tyrone who left them. It took you 3 weeks to kiss her. It took Tyrone 1 day to knock her up. Not even 1 day, 1 night. And leave her with a kid. Like, the dating landscape is horrible.
I, as someone sympathetic to white nationalism, don't cry when white women date or even have children with ethnic men, because I know they would be horrible mothers and wives. Not to mention traitors voluntarily get removed from the gene pool. Another thing is that Rehab tries to appeal to the third world audience. While watching this, I always feel like he is talking to a very unintelligent crowd due to him repeating basic BP talking points over and over. Most of his audience are ethnics who live in the West. They come from countries where average IQ is, you already know. And he tries to get white defeated men to join forces with him and his ethnic hordes to form some kind of weird third-worldist coalition against white women. Rehab, in his video titled, "We Need to Stop Doing This," uploaded on 28th of April 2023, called white women more obnoxious on average when they get old.
That quote is 100% true, and that privilege is not exclusive to the dating market either. White females are definitely privileged, and this is why you have Karen as a derogatory term. These white women who grew up being able to get away with anything turn into a deer caught in the headlights when their youth and beauty fades, and they can't get away with stuff anymore. Their obnoxious behavior is not tolerated anymore. The making of Karen. This is why 99% of the time Karen is white. Their arrogance is not seen as cute anymore.
When in reality they are probably the nicest and most empathetic on average. You never said such a thing about black or Indian or Latina women.
Drag me the fuck out!
He called white women racist for not wanting to date his kind. It's true that it is racist and discriminatory to not date someone because of their race, but that is a good thing. Not to mention you called out women for not publicly expressing that what I just said.
Watch this motherfucker, for example.
What do girls think of Indian guys? I am a British-born Indian guy, and I have a few Indian friends. I've heard some of them complaining that attracting white girls is difficult if you're an Indian guy. I totally disagree. So I'm here with
Isabel.
And Isabel, what do you think of Indian guys?
Cool, funny.
You find them cool and funny?
Yeah.
Have you ever dated an Indian guy?
No.
Would you ever date an Indian guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think Indian guys can be quite nervous, quite shy sometimes?
No.
So have you ever dated an Indian guy at all?
No.
And if if an Indian guy came up to you in the bar or in the club, would you consider dating him?
Yeah. No.
You don't like Indian guys?
No.
And what's the reason for that?
You guys are too clingy.
We're too clingy.
Yeah.
Do you think we're a bit too nice sometimes?
No.
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 Do you think we smell of curry?
Yes, they have a strong accent.
They have a strong accent. Do you find it quite sexy, their accent?
Not really.
Do you think Indian guys can be a bit too shy sometimes? Or
No.
no?
No.
So have you ever dated an Indian guy?
No.
I think they're lovely and friendly, but I haven't really dated any.
Indian guys.
You like Indian guys? Do you find them attractive?
Of course, why not?
So have you ever dated one?
No.
They're not my type.
They're not your type.
No.
Are you Indian?
Yes.
And you don't like Indian guys?
No.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
They're just not my type.
Despite what you might think, I respect Indian girls in this video more than the white ones. At least they are being honest about why they never date Indian guys. They straight up say, you guys smell like curry, you are not my type, no bullshitting. White girls in the video are straight up lying. Bitch, you live in London. Half of the city is either Indian or Pakistani at this point. I find Indian men attractive, but it just so happens I never date them. The whole video is basically white woman telling this knucklehead they would be open to idea of dating an Indian guy, but when he asks if they ever dated one, they say no. And let's look at what is the conclusion this delusional cursor reaches to.
So there you go. The answers were varied, but in short, it doesn't really matter.
Unfucking believable.
He is mad that white women don't want to admit on a street interview they wouldn't like to date Indian guys. This was back in 2019 BTW. What do you think what would happen if in a country where you get arrested for sending an edgy meme in a private Telegram group, if you said on the street that you don't like Indians because they stink of curry? I can see so clearly he was just looking for a reason to hate on these white women. No well-adjusted white woman wants dark-skinned children. Interesting how someone who has been making videos for almost 10 years calling himself a genetic determinist never made a video about cognitive and behavioral difference between different ethnic groups. In a video titled Social Construct or Biology, uploaded on July 25, 2025, he said this:
We men simply have more variance.
We? Who's we? There is no we.
In both physical and non-physical traits, like tastes and preferences. We differ from each other more than women do. According to the research, the data, there are twice as many men with an IQ north of 120. This is something observable by intelligence and cognitive ability tests. Now, we can discuss what IQ means.
You forgot to mention this cute little factoid that white woman is many times more likely to have an IQ of 130 than both Indian and black men. In his other video titled Spawn Trapped, uploaded on 29th of August, 2025, Rehab Room said that the reason 3 RD world cities and countries look like this is not due to lower intellectual ability and different behavioral and thinking patterns, but due to culture.
Chaos that you don't see in the Western countries. All the non-Western countries that I have been to had this chaos I am talking about. The only exception to this was Japan and Korea. That is why a lot of accidents happen in those countries, those freak accidents, because everybody's trying to cut corners. Everybody, bro. One theory I remember reading about this back in college was that, since these people live in hot climates, they are more relaxed. And that is why those people in hot places are lazy. Oh, they are just chilling under a tree, sipping a mojito. No, bro. Don't play in the sun. My theory is this. I think once you are living in those conditions, with no way out, no realistic way out, you just stop caring. They realize that they are just trapped in that life, and that's that. They just stop caring altogether. Stop trying to change their country. For what? Corruption to teeth. Everybody's already ignoring the laws, even if you follow them. So you grow up to be jaded and despondent. It happens even in the most egalitarian Western societies, but it is really a whole other level in the third world, where it is the norm actually. And the biggest reason for this is not the IQ difference, but this culture and mentality. By the way, I'm not saying there are no IQ differences between different nations,
Confusing the cause and effect. Are we Rehab? Culture is plural for a personality, and personality is genetic. His explanation is the definition of blue-pilled. The last topic I want to talk about is how wrong he is about birth rates, in his video titled Modern Hypergamy and Eugenics, uploaded on December 31, 2024. He said how West needs immigration, otherwise the welfare system will combust.
Doesn't have the balls to talk about the reasons behind it. He's right, in the sense that if you have no young people, you have no country. Even if you stopped all immigration today, with the current fertility rates, you're still gonna have the same scenario in 20-30 years, where you are gonna have a society that is mostly old as fuck, needing nursing and care. A welfare system that is about to implode. And the young people, big sections of young population, are likely gonna be second or third generation. I mean, Elon Musk is like a doctor telling you, hey, you got these issues, you have these problems. But his prescription is just, hey, get better, feel better, bro. Just have more children. He's able to identify the very obvious symptoms, very obvious problems, but don't have the balls to address the underlying issue. I mean, I find it kind of funny. These gynocentric conservatives never talk against hypergamy, when it is the contemporary hypergamy that is causing the change in demographics that they are complaining about 24/7. Because even if you completely stop immigration today altogether, the symptoms will still be there. The result will still be inevitable. 30 years from now on, you would still end up with a bunch of old people needing money. You would end up with a welfare system that is about to implode.
We are grown up with
He forgot to mention that average non-Western, especially non-European immigrant is financially a net negative for the country in all stages of life. Hey Rehab, did you know that when percentage of white people in white area decreases, so do the birth rates? He said it's hypergamy, but didn't he consider that immigration contributes to hypergamy since white women's egos are pumped by hordes of brown, unappealing men simping for them? He also forgot to mention this cute little factoid that secular Brazilians in Brazil have a birth rate well beyond 2.11. Also, for someone who calls himself a genetic determinist, it seems strange to me that he never thought that if we do nothing about this problem, the people who are naturally inclined to have more babies will replace those who are not. It would take 1 century for this to happen. To conclude, I agree with all this black pill things that your genetics determine your dating, social, and professional life. But I don't call this a B pill channel because of ethnic jesters like this. He is constantly talking about the same shit over and over and over again, and when a topic isn't extremely simple, he is often wrong and biased or just dishonest. The reason so many people praise him is because of his longevity and trying to appeal to ethnics like most other manosphere jesters. And if the rehab hordes come to mass report my channel, do it, I dare you. I honestly dare you. I have 2 strikes already. Prove your ethnic fragility and prove that everything I said in this video was correct. For those who enjoyed this video, I would appreciate a like and a comment, and for those who have disagreements, I would be open to address them in a civil manner. Until next time, peace and love.